Life is about small changes and impacts. So many people are looking for one formula, one success secret. It doesn't exist. In this video, I want to address criticism I've been getting last week. Not big criticism, I don't call it hate, it's constructive criticism. And I want to talk about people who are commenting and coming to us, asking why we brought people like Patrick Bet-David to our conference last week and few others. I love what I do and I also value your guys' opinions, so comment below what you think about this topic. Last week, we put the biggest event of the year in Orlando, Florida. We put a lot of people on the stage and we have about 1,200 attendees to 1,300 attendees. It was absolutely amazing. As I'm taking pictures with attendees and vendors, I'm asking everyone, who was your favorite speaker? And answer always varies. Some people like Marcus Sheridan, some people like Patrick Bet-David, Adam Bensman, John DeRosa. We're all different, and depending on the problems in your business and in your business journey right now, you're probably gonna align based on your character and your struggles with different people. You know, for me, it was absolutely Patrick Bet-David, maybe because I knew Marcus Sheridan for 5 years, but I loved every single speaker that I picked. But what I'm getting is from people is questions, why did you bring this person? What did Patrick Bet-David spoke about that was so different, and why did we need to hear from him? How it was life-changing. And here's what I want to tell you. Life is about small changes and impacts. When you surround yourself with successful people and listen to them talk, you will never know how it's going to impact your life. We all have those aha moments. And when I asked Eric Reno what was the best conference he ever attended, he mentioned Tony Robbins years ago. When I go to YouTube conference, I can tell you that, you know, Mr. Beast and few others influencers in the YouTube space changed my life. People like Gary Vee, but it's never big. It's always smaller effects. I remember when I was sitting with Marcus Lemonis, I was just impressed how he was treating other people and how fast he was grasping the audience. I remember Heath Hicks came to me and said, Dmitry, do you realize that Marcus Lemonis could enter the roofing space and just shame us with his presence because he knows business? He's probably better at roofing than all of us who is doing it for years. Why is that? Because people at that caliber, they just know stuff that we don't. So my message to you is, don't be skeptical. If you're not getting something from the speaker, if you're not getting something from the channel or from the video, go to the next one. Don't be a hater. Don't think that everyone is trying to get you. You never know when next aha moment will come from. I'll give you an example. Patrick Bet-David is not fitness influencer, but as we're speaking to him on the stage, he brought example about fitness and business at the same time. He said that early on or once in a lifetime, we've all been fit, army or college, 4 or 5 years in almost all man's life, we've been fit. We didn't have a body fat. Before we got married, before we have kids, we probably were going to the gym, and then we quit, and then we gave up on ourselves. And he said that we all know what it takes to be fit, and I would argue the same thing. You probably know what it takes to have a six-pack. You know how to make $1 million. You just probably not doing the activities. Most people have the knowledge or have access to knowledge, but they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So Patrick Bet-David talked about it, and I remember I'm taking pictures with the guys, and someone came to me and said, Dmitry, you know, I'm hitting the gym after this conference. I'm resigning. I'm done. I'm done being not fit. I hate myself. I hate my body. Patrick Bet-David motivated me. And Patrick Bet-David is not a fitness influencer, but he might as well be, because he motivated someone to change their life and hit the gym again. Why is that? Who are we listening to matters. I'll give you an example. If you want to build YouTube channel and you go to Vid Summit in LA, I go to that conference all the time, and you listen to Mr. Beast giving you advice. Mr. Beast has over 100 million followers, the most recognizable YouTuber in the world. When he goes on the stage, I would argue that Mr. Beast will give you very simple advice. I listened to him last year. I love Mr. Beast, but the advice and the journey is pretty simple. You can actually reverse engineer it by yourself. He will go on a stage and he will give you a presentation. He'll give you 10 things that he does. And you'll be, wow, it's that simple. You will be impressed with a few things. You will have probably 1 or 2 aha moments. But overall, I bet you it'll be simpler than you thought. You're gonna take those notes. You will be inspired to start your YouTube journey for your business or your personal brand when you go home. Now, the same information could have come from someone who have 1,000 subscribers. Would you pay same amount of attention? Would it be as impactful? When you interview someone who worth $500 million or $1 billion, and they're giving you simple stuff, you see how they walk, how they talk, you just paying attention, because that's what impacts us the most. Not only the advice, but also personality and the journey behind it. Life is way more simpler and success is way more simpler. We just need kick in the butt more often. That's why I go to expos, I go to conferences. That's why I listen to everyone. So my advice to you is, if you're not successful, if you don't like where you are, stop being a hater, stop being skeptical, get out of your bubble, get out of your zone. I remember when I was making $10 an hour and my life started changing when I started traveling to conferences. I'm at the best shape of my life and I still need a motivation. That's why I go to CrossFit Games. That's why I listen to guys like Rich Froning and Matt Fraser. I listen to their podcast. That's why I take selfies with the famous athletes and follow them on social. Because no matter how fit you are, you still will have days when you need extra push to wake up in the morning. I couldn't wake up today in the morning and I have competition and I wanted to improve my score. So I watched Rich Froning doing it and I'm like, goals. This is who I want to be like, and I found extra motivation, extra push. Guys, if you have attended the conference, comment below who was your favorite speaker. I read all my comments and I truly want to know. And if you truly believe that someone did not bring value to you or we should not have invited that person, also comment below. You're not gonna offend me as long as it's polite and not hate comment. I will reply to it. I welcome constructive criticism. But I personally think that 2 most important things in business are as follows. Number 1 is to be open-minded and always be learning. No matter who is in front of you, you can learn from that person. And number 2, be decisive. Don't be skeptical. So many people thinking, should I go or should I stay? Should I start this? Just be decisive. If you decide to do something, if you see it's good for you, just do it. Don't think about it. Don't put it until next Monday. Start today. Those 2 are the most important things for me. If I know something is good for me, like quitting sugar, for example, I'm quitting today. I'm not waiting until tomorrow. So those 2 are my top tips for you today. Comment below what you think and comment below the last time, the last impact, the last meeting that was life-changing for you. What was it and when did it happen? If this video brought any value to you, subscribe, comment below, like this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.